What's going on, everybody? So, today is Friday, August the 7th, 2020, obviously. The only reason that I would be here talking to you to try to do any of this is because it's 2020, right? And to get this off, I guess this could be episode 1, maybe first issue 1, I don't know. But I'm not a politician. I don't have a political science degree. I don't normally get into this. I'm not, what do they call them? The silent majority or silent minority, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to do any of this. In the day and age that we live in today, if you say anything, if you speak out whatsoever, they come after you. They come after you. They burn your cities down. They come to your homes. Right? And I'm not a Republican. I don't lean right. I don't vote right. I'm not a Democrat. I don't lean left. I've never voted Democrat. I registered, to be fair, since this is the first episode, I registered as a Republican so I could vote for Ron Paul. And the only reason I did that is because he's the only libertarian on the Republican ticket that's not actually a Republican. He doesn't believe in endless wars. He doesn't believe in all this, extra government spending that's ridiculous that you got to print money for, trillions and trillions of dollars. Bring our people home. Quit printing all this money. Bring the gold standard back. Let's have a solid money. It's ridiculous. That's why I voted for him. And this go around, I was going to vote for Tulsi Gabbard. Guess it's not going to happen this time, right? Yeah, because it's all rigged. Everything's all rigged. I think everybody knows this. You know, the best way to know that is the guy that we shall not talk about that mysteriously, how do you want to put it, could not breathe anymore in prison. No one, no matter if you were left or right, believed it. No one. Well, what's going on in this country right now? Certainly, this is what's crazy. I thought liberals, I thought I was a liberal. I thought liberals were people that were supposed to be understanding. Why are they the ones out burning down cities now? Okay, George Floyd, that was horrible. That was horrible. No one liked that. Left and right, no one liked that. They arrested all the officers that were involved. The guy is in jail now, awaiting trial for murder. Okay, so, his perpetrators, there was justice served. Why are you still burning down cities in the name of George Floyd? How does that make sense? What the hell is going on in Portland and Seattle right now? What are you rioting for? Marxist agendas? So communism works now? Socialism works now? I hear this all the time. We have examples, people. We have China. Okay, and there was China's actually doing really good right now. They have concentration camps. Look it up if you don't believe me. They have concentration camps in China. They're murdering the Uyghur Muslims and organ harvesting them. They actually tried cutting off their hair and selling it to people in Canada and the United States. And we ended up, Customs and Border Patrol, or not Customs, it might be CBP, whoever does all that. They ended up seizing it, but it doesn't matter. And then we know the Soviet Union failed. Like I said, we know Venezuela was terrible. Anywhere this has been tried, it's always failed. The Cuban immigrants that come over from Cuba or escape, I shouldn't even call them immigrants, they're running away from this horrible ideology. When they get here, they beg people to not go back to what they just fled from. It's horrible. Now, I'm not saying you're not allowed to have those ideas. If you want to have communist ideas, have them. I don't care. This is America. You can do whatever you want. You want to be a socialist? Have the ideas, whatever. But as soon as your ideas encroach on the way I want to live my life and encroach on me, that's the problem. And, I always hear this too. People always argue like, they didn't do communism the right way. That's not the way it was actually supposed to work. That's why it failed. Okay, that's a legitimate argument. But actually what you're actually saying is, if I was the dictator, if I was the person in control, if I was the king and had the utmost authority and was able to tell every single person what to do because they're only peons in my plan, then it would work. You hate freedom. Why do you think they're burning books now in Portland? Yeah, they might have only been Bibles. Okay, maybe I'll give you that. I mean, they actually are literally digitally burning books by, canceling everyone and everything that just disagrees with their ideology. Okay, I mean, you're literally acting like the brown shirts for the Democratic Party. And don't think that I'm only going to attack the Democrats. I'm only attacking them right now because it's the most obvious thing. It's the thing that's most obviously there. There's obviously a problem. Black Lives Matter. All for it. Protest all you want. Go out there and do it. Hey, you're not going to hear anything from me bad about it. Let's do it. Right. 100%. But this, let's be honest, is not about Black Lives Matter anymore. This is a communist socialist takeover of America. They're telling you out there blatantly. They're not even trying to hide it. They want the total. Like, okay, for example, whenever they say, we don't want to leave this country. We want to make it better. No, you don't. You want to completely overthrow and insurrect the government that we have now. It's so clear. You guys are saying this all the time. And the Democrats deny it. There's no violence. What are you talking about, Jerry Nadler? There's no violence. And then an article comes out today about the people arrested for trying to murder cops in Portland and Seattle. But there's no violence. What does this have to do with Black Lives Matter? It's ridiculous, man. And don't think I'm not going to call it Republicans. I'm going to call them out too, because guess what? You're a bunch of do-nothings. You're almost worthless, with the very few exceptions. You know why? Because when Trump said that he was going to pull the troops out, which I heavily support, you guys were like, nope, not going to back that, not going to do it. That's not fiscally conservative. Really? Oh, wow, so we just need to be caught up in these endless wars. How many more people need to die for you to make money for your friends and for everybody over there on Wall Street? How many more people need to die, man? Look what this is doing to our country. You know, part of these riots, these leftist riots that are happening right now, if you're a Republican and you're in power up there right now, this is partially your fault. You did this. You did this. You claim to be the fiscal conservative. Conservative about what? Conservative about what? How much money have you printed? How many more trillions of dollars since 2001 are we more in debt now? But you've been fiscally conservative? Are you out of your mind? The right was the old left. The left, they've just gone into outer space. But the right is now the left. We don't even have a right in this country anymore, except for the far right. Those super crazy, ridiculous, racist people. I'm not going to say anything more about them because, frankly, they have a right to exist according to the Constitution. But I don't agree with them. And I don't agree with these loonies on the left either. They're both preaching ridiculous hate. What happened to this country, man? Like, what do we have to do to bring this back? Which brings me here to this. What can I do? I don't know. I know violence is not the answer. And I don't want anyone that's ever going to listen to this to go to violence. Don't go to violence. Don't go to violence, man. We can figure out another way. That's why I'm doing this. This is why I'm putting my freaking career at risk, man. Because I know I'm going to get a lot of heat for this. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. Yeah, it is what it is, you know? All you can really do is get ready. You know, make sure you have ways to protect yourself. Make sure you have food. You know, make sure you have water. Make sure you can, you know, leave whatever place you're at a moment's notice. You know, make sure you have some of this, gold and silver. I've been trying to, this is the reason I'm doing this video, man. I have literally been trying to tell people, hey, the market just crashed. This is not really good. We've printed trillions of dollars. We can't keep doing this. The dollar's going to crash. The markets are going to crash. This is terrible for the economy. Everyone buy gold and silver now. It's $14 an ounce. Buy silver, buy silver, buy silver. No one would listen to me. None of my friends done it. Literally, I was the only one. And now it's like, you know what? It was $29 yesterday. It's $28 an ounce now. And gold finally crossed 2,000, so it's the most expensive it's ever been in history. Well, I mean, that we know of. And in U.S. dollars. Man, I don't know, man. I really don't know. This is the first episode, so obviously this one's going to be, clumsy, I guess you could say. I'm not going to have everything together. I completely abandoned the idea of doing anything else. I'm focusing on this now. So I'm going to have a better setup come here soon. So in the next couple of weeks, this is going to be turned into a podcast studio. And we're going to do this every day. I'm going to do this every day until I can pound the message out there. People on the left, stop being so damn crazy and come to the middle and have a discussion with people. And people on the right, stop being so damn naive that this is going to fix itself. It's not going to fix itself. We have to come together to figure out how to do something to make this better. Because if not, we all know how it ends.